The Dodgers' recent 2-4 East Coast road trip has sparked some serious concerns about the state of the team, particularly on three fronts: subpar starting pitching, lackluster defense, and the absence of superstar Freddie Freeman. While the franchise remains loaded with talent, this period exposed weaknesses that, if not corrected, could haunt the team as the season unfolds. 1. Subpar starting pitching. Following the placement of Blake Snell on the injured list with left shoulder inflammation, the Dodgers were forced to rely on make-do options that failed to inspire confidence. In Tuesday's outing, spot starter Justin Wrobleski was completely overrun by the Washington Nationals, giving up 8 runs over 5 innings. Wrobleski's poor performance led to his prompt demotion back to AAA, and he was replaced by right-hander Landon Knack on Wednesday. Unfortunately, Knack could not solidify the rotation either, surrendering 5 runs while collecting only 7 outs over his start. The combined ERA for the Dodgers starters during the road trip was an alarming 7.01, underscoring a lack of consistency in an area that has historically been a strength for the team. Although the injured quartet of Shohei Ohtani, Clayton Kershaw, Emmett Sheehan, and Tony Gonsolin are expected to eventually return, the interim pitching depth remains a cause for concern. Even skipper Dave Roberts acknowledged that while these struggles might be treated as mere outliers, the uncertain the starting rotation is not something the team can afford to ignore as the season stretches on. Bad defense. Defense, the backbone of any championship caliber team, has shown troubling signs for the Dodgers in recent games. In their matchup against the Nationals, 2 errors in the second inning cost them crucial runs, and on Wednesday, a miscommunication on a fly ball in the ninth nearly allowed a comeback. Early advanced defensive metrics, even in a small sample size, paint a below-average picture. Individually, while Freddie Freeman may be a defensive standout at first base, other positions are less encouraging. Although Will Smith still boasts a strong arm behind the plate, his framing numbers have dipped in 2024. Mookie Betts' move to shortstop, meant to invigorate the middle of the infield, has yet to pay dividends as he currently ranks in the bottom half among his peers in glove ability. In the corner outfield, neither Teoscar Hernandez nor Michael Conforto has shown the necessary range, while Andy Pages struggles with his routes in center field. Even though Tommy Edman provides a spark with his defensive versatility, no single player is compensating for what appears to be an overarching defensive deficiency. Should these issues persist, they could prove to be a major Achilles heel in tight late-game situations. Freddie Freeman's absence. Perhaps the most glaring issue of all is the absence of Freddie Freeman, a player whose presence in the lineup can be the difference between an awe-inspiring offensive display and a lackluster performance. Freeman has been sidelined after re-injuring his surgically repaired ankle in a freak accident at home, and he has not played since March 29th. His absence forced a reshuffling in the batting order, effectively weakening the lineup. Without Freeman providing stability in the 3-hole behind Mookie Betts, even a potent lineup can feel disjointed and diminished. Freeman's durability, despite his age, he turns 36 in September, has long been an asset to the Dodgers, and every trip to the IL only increases the overall level of worry. Given the advanced competition in the National League, consistently missing their best hitter could prove costly over the long haul. The big picture. While the Dodgers' overall talent remains undeniable, the combined issues of inconsistent starting pitching, subpar defense, and missing their marquee offensive weapon have raised red flags. This 2-4 road trip, marked by a scrappy win in Washington thanks to clutch bullpen work and a brilliant diving play by Kike Hernandez, may be a temporary setback, but it also reveals underlying problems that need to be addressed. In a season where every run and every play counts, these issues could become the difference between postseason contention and an early exit. For now, the Dodgers are in a holding pattern, a sense of quiet relief in the clubhouse following a hard-fought win, but also a sober recognition that improvements must be made. As they look ahead to the remainder of the season, particularly when the weather turns cold and the stakes get higher in October, these concerns will be at the forefront of the coaching staffs and front offices' planning. The road ahead is long, and while the team's talent is undeniable, Consistency on the mound, sound defensive plays, and the return of a veteran presence like Freeman will be critical to sustaining success in a fiercely competitive league.